you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been
that you can prep up front, the more time it saves you on the back end and your sanity. And that's what you guys know we are always trucking for here, to make our lives a little bit easier, make this health journey a little bit easier, because as we know, life is always lifing. So any way that we can make things a little more manageable, help us to stick to our goals, help us to save our sanity, save us some time throughout the week, then those are all win-wins, and we definitely want to do that. So without a ton of gabbing, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Guys, so we're going to go ahead and dive into breakfast first, because one, it's the easiest, and two, while it's cooking, we can go ahead and prep up everything else. I, of course, am just adding the things that I like, and if you switch anything up, just adjust the macros accordingly. But this has awesome macros, and it's going to come together crazy easy. So we are going to use 1 egg. We are going to use 1.5 servings of this Good and Gather turkey sausage. I have 4 rolls here because while I am prepping up this turkey sausage, I'm going to go ahead and prep up some that I need for a dinner this week. That's a pro tip whenever you are meal prepping. If you need extra veggies or anything that you will need throughout the week for dinners, go ahead and prep that stuff up too, which we'll be doing some of that. Also some more here a little bit later in meal prep, just because it saves time through the week for the nightly routine. When you are prepping dinner, you already have that stuff ready to rock and roll, and it just makes life easier. So 2 of these, or almost 2 of these, I'll be using for our 5 breakfasts, and then we'll have the other 2 for dinner. And then we're also going to be throwing in 1 of these hash brown patties from Aldi. Then we're going to be using some egg whites, of course the Kinder's buttery steakhouse, because I add that to everything, some avocado cooking spray, and I'm going to be making each of these up right in my glass meal prep containers and tossing them right in the oven. Mine are oven safe. If you have some that are oven safe, that just saves you an extra step. You can cook it right in there. Once it cools down, pop it in the fridge, and then you have it ready to rock and roll throughout the week. So this is going to be incredibly easy. Let's throw these together.
when I go with confidence, when I go to the road, I hips and take back sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow, wind it up all night, baby, take your time, let me know I want. When you tell me I want, when the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going like bum bum bum.
So we hit the bottom with a quick spray of the avocado oil, and then just place 1 hash brown in the bottom of each container. Now I am going to crack 1 egg in here and measure out my egg whites, and then just dump that right over the hash brown. Okay, so I've added 3 ounces of the turkey sausage to the top, and you guys know it wouldn't be a normal meal prep video from me if I didn't forget to show you something. Well, this I didn't forget. I just decided that I wanted to throw it in there. So along with the Buttery's Kinder Steakhouse, I threw in some of this Primal Palette breakfast blend. I think I got this off Amazon like forever ago. And then this one I did forget to show you. We are going to be adding some of this reduced fat Fiesta blend. I'm going to be adding about 10 grams to the top of each of these. And then I have the oven preheated at 350 degrees. We're going to pop these babies in there probably about 20 minutes or so. All right, I went ahead and topped them with some more of the Kinder seasoning and a little bit of parsley just for some greenery to make it pretty, because we eat with our eyes first, right? Now we're going to pop these babies in the oven. All right, while those are in the oven, we're going to go ahead and start prepping up some of our veggies. I need some of this for our lunch that we're meal prepping, plus I need some throughout the week for dinners like I was saying. So we're going to go ahead and get what we need washed up and start chopping it. Pull these gems out of the oven, and how awesome do they look? I feel like the color is not coming up on camera. All right, we have all of our veggies prepped, and now we are going to start making up lunch, which couldn't be easier. Sorry for the dryer in the background. You guys know I'm always multitasking here. But I have the Members Mark chicken breasts. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all 4 cans. I weighed them up. I do 36 ounces, so it'll likely take all 4 cans once I drain them. We have some dried reduced sugar cranberries. We have some red onion, celery, some celery seed, salt, pepper, and light mayo. We're just gonna, these are already weighed out exactly what I'm going to use. And then I will just drain the chicken and we'll throw it all in the bowl and mix it up.
Diving deep into the waves, babe. I know that you wanted to. It's a risk worth taking, even if it's over soon. Want you skin tight, close like.
What you will need to throw these super quick and easy egg bites together are not a ton of ingredients, and you can get as creative or keep it as basic as you would like. Whatever flavors you like and ingredients you like, you can throw in there or omit. I am doing turkey, sausage, and spinach, but you could do onions, pepper, mushrooms, chicken, beef, whatever you want to throw in there, you can throw in there. But for the turkey, sausage, and spinach ones that we are making today, I am going to be using 6 eggs, 708 grams of liquid egg whites. I have a little bit left in one, and I'll probably have to open a new one. The seasonings I'm going in with are salt, pepper, and the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. Again, you can add whatever seasonings you like. I forgot I also throw some of the Badia onion flakes, because you guys know I throw that in everything. I am using 2 packages of the Good and Gather all natural turkey sausage. These have the best macros out of all the turkey sausage I could find. Get these at Target. But again, you can use whatever extra added protein you want to throw in there. And then I have fresh spinach here that I just stick in the freezer, and then once it's completely frozen, I pull it out and just crumble it in my hands. And as you can see, it just completely crumbles up there. For any of you that cook and know how chopping spinach is, it's a huge mess, and this just makes life way easier, and I like the way it cooks down better. So that's a little tip there, and we will be using 6 cups of this spinach. I'm going to put the 6 eggs and egg whites in my measuring cup here. That is severely loved. I need to get a new one. And then I'm going to mix them up while we brown up the turkey sausage. So I have my pan here over medium-high heat, and I am just going to hit it with a quick little spray of this avocado cooking spray, and then we'll get our turkey browned up. Now we have it broke up like we want. We're going to go ahead and add our seasonings, adding our Kinders, some pepper. And you guys know, if you have been around for a hot minute, I measure with my heart. I don't measure seasonings. And salt. We're just going to finish browning this up, and then we'll throw our spinach in and get our eggs mixed up. So I just threw a dash of this Kinder's Hickory Molasses seasoning. Absolutely love this stuff. It pairs awesome with spinach, and it just adds like a little sweet tinge to go with that salty flavor. It just gives the egg bites an absolutely phenomenal taste. Now I have this little handy dandy tool that you just push down, and it automatically mixes everything up. It's awesome. So our turkey and spinach mixture is done, and you guys, it is smelling phenomenal. Turkey sausage and spinach goes so awesome together with those seasonings. It's just like so flavorful and bomb. I'm going to evenly distribute these into my muffin cups, which I have 24 here. I get these little silicone muffin cups from Amazon. I was 3 shy though, so I have some paper ones over there, but I did that last week and it turned out awesome. So I'm going to put the meat mixture in first, about half or a little over halfway of the muffin cup, and then I am going to go around and fill them up with my egg mixture, pop them in the oven, which I already have preheated at 350 degrees. And they're going to be in there about 25 to 30 minutes. We have all the muffin cups filled with the meat mixture. I put the 3 paper ones in here just to help hold their shape a little bit better. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the egg mixture filled in there and pop them in the oven. And they are ready to go in the oven. Look at those beauts. Now they will deflate a little bit as they sit here and cool. I had them in there for 30 minutes and they look absolutely phenomenal. And they smell delish. I'll show you how I store these once they cool down. So I popped all of these onto a cooling rack and they've been cooling for about an hour or so. So I'm gonna throw them in my Tupperwares here. I will say if you guys have the silicone molds, definitely use those because they literally just pop right out of there. They don't stick to them or anything. The paper ones, as you can see, you have to like peel those off, which is fine, but it definitely is easier to use the silicone molds. I have those linked in my Amazon store if you guys want to check them out. But now I am just going to simply stack them right in my Tupperwares. Easy peasy, I have them all stacked up and ready to go. Just gonna throw the lid on them and pop them in the fridge. Have all these in here. That one I just had to kind of stick in sideways. But I'm gonna pop these in the fridge. And then when it comes time for breakfast, you can either throw them in the air fryer, throw them in the microwave for 30 seconds, and breakfast is ready to rock and roll. And I'll insert the macros and ingredients now.
Jump into the car and
Beauties, let's go ahead and jump into this meal prep. We are keeping it super simple. I know I repeat that over and over and over in every video, but it's worth repeating because I find the majority of people are stressed for time and keeping their sanity. So if you need simple, easy ideas that are quick, convenient, all of those things and help you hit your goals, then I'm your girl because that's my jam. Also, I'm incredibly busy. I wear a lot of hats. I juggle a lot of things in the air. So keeping it incredibly simple is key to me. But let's go ahead and dive right into what we are going to be whipping up. I've got some minute rice. I get this huge thing of minute white rice from Sam's Club. It's literally like $5 for this big thing. It lasts forever. Got a couple packs of the 93% lean ground turkey, some Greek cream cheese, which is 4 times more the protein, half the fat, 1 can of Rotel, diced tomatoes and green chilies, garlic powder, Kinder's buttery steakhouse seasoning, and then some green beans. But before we jump into cooking this meal, I also have a couple frozen chicken breasts that I just tossed in the crock pot here. To them, I added some taco seasoning and then some of this street corn seasoning. I got this thing from Aldi, and as you can see, I am like pretty much gone of the street corn seasoning because it's so good. And I'm just gonna pop this baby on high, let it cook for a few hours, shred it up. Bam, 1 protein option is done and ready to rock and roll. Cooking chicken in the crock pot for meal prep is the easiest thing ever. It doesn't get any more simplistic than this. But while we are letting that cook, we're gonna go ahead and prep the rest of this stuff up. So this only takes 5 minutes, so we will wait and make that a little bit later. We're gonna go ahead and start browning up our ground turkey. Got the pan warming up here, just spritzed it with a little spray of this avocado oil. Now we're gonna dump our ground turkey right in there. And I'm gonna break this up a minute, let it start cooking, and then we'll add the seasonings. Half of the block of cream cheese is in there. I'm just gonna melt it down and mix it in till it's nice and creamy. Then we're gonna add our Rotel. Cream cheese is mixed through. Now we are going to dump our Rotel in there, mix this up, let it simmer on low for a few, and then we'll get the rice and the green beans cooked up. All right, beauties, our ground turkey Rotel mixture is all done. 4 hours later, and look at those beauties. They smell phenomenal. They look phenomenal. I'm gonna shred these babies up and
like I lose control. Honestly, I can't